Hey guys, my name's Mitchell. Welcome to my channel. Go ahead, get your keyboard commando fingers warmed up, because today we're talking about revolvers and whether or not they're relevant to concealed carry in 2022. Let's get into it.
All right, guys, we're looking at my concealed carry setup that I've carried every day, just about everywhere, for the last 10 years. This is a Smith & Wesson 642 hammerless airweight revolver in 38 special. It has been unloaded. It's a great little pistol. You can see this one's been around the block a little bit. This is not a safe queen. This gun has been carried often. You can tell she's got some wear, but that's okay. She shoots very accurately and very well. This is a HR custom hybrid leather Kydex made by a fella in North Florida. Travels around to a bunch of the gun shows. I cut out all of this excess area here because I didn't want it on my body, but you can tell that this horsehide has been up against my skin for a really long time. It's form fitted. You can tell here where the gun rides, but it's even got a crack right here, but I don't replace it because it's so comfortable. It's almost like it's not even there. It hugs in one spot in my body in particular, and I oftentimes, I'm like, I'm gonna get a new gun. I'm gonna get one with more capacity. It's a little bit lighter, something like that. I'm gonna get a different holster, but I never do because they just work so well.
I already know what you're gonna say, but Mitchell, you know, you can get a Glock and it'll have more rounds, and why don't you get a 43, or why don't you get this, or why don't you get a shield, get this, get that. And, you know, I get it. It only does have 5 rounds, but statistically, I'm never gonna get in a gunfight anyway. Either on the job or off the job as a regular person just concealed carrying. And so for me, having a gun is much more likely to assist me in some sort of deadly encounter or violent encounter than how many bullets that I have. 38 special, more than adequate to do what I needed to do. I got 5 shots, and hopefully I'll be able to produce the firearm, hopefully without even being able to shoot it. Somebody will see it, they'll run away, and then I'll be able to put it back into my holster and call law enforcement. If I had to shoot it, fire and hot gases and loud noise with lead coming out of the end of this barrel is gonna get someone to stop considering whatever it is that they were doing. So I am okay with 5 rounds. You might not be, and that's cool. And if you're not, then get you something different. But for me, 5 rounds, more than enough to protect me and my family. Now, there's situations I could think of where it might not be enough, but I am okay with that risk tolerance. That scenario is statistically unlikely, and the odds of me needing more than 5 rounds in any deadly encounter are slim. So,
well, Mitchell, that's stupid. You only got 5 bullets. That's an antique style gun. There ain't no place for that in 2022. But let's just say that I pull this trigger. Again, this firearm is empty. Let's just say that I pull this trigger and it goes click instead of bang. That's a bad day, right? Because I've never needed a gun more in my life than that moment right there, and it just went click. What do I do? Oh crap, I don't remember. Oh wait, bang. That is how you do a malfunction drill on a revolver. The bullet's inside, the cylinder rotates, the ammunition is likely what caused that malfunction. And so to get a new bullet, you just pull the trigger again, the cylinder rotates, firing pin comes down, bullet comes out the end of the barrel. It's great. If a semi-automatic malfunctions, there could be any number of things that have caused that to happen. And if you are not trained on how to figure that out and then fix it, you might be in a world of hurt. And there are a lot of people, you're probably not one of them watching this video, but there are a lot of people who go out and they buy a gun that they have no idea how to use, no idea how to shoot, and they put it in a holster and they put it on, and they think that because they have a gun on them and it's got lots of bullets, and the guy behind the gun counter told them it would kill anybody dead, that that they're going to be good to go. And so they go out and they get their semi-automatic pistol out and they pull the trigger and it goes click instead of bang. And they don't know what to do. And I've seen it. I've seen people who have absolutely no idea what just happened. And they have no idea how to fix it. And that's called condition black. They live their life thinking that they had solved this potential problem. They produce a firearm, it malfunctions, and they haven't ever thought past pulling the trigger or the what ifs, and they never thought that their gun wouldn't work. And so if you haven't trained in a semi-automatic and how to clear malfunctions and what malfunctions there are and how to address them, you might want to look into a revolver. You know, when these malfunction, they catastrophically malfunction. The cylinder doesn't rotate, the gun gets stuck, pulling the trigger doesn't do anything, and at that point, about all you can do is hit them with it or throw it. An armorer or a gunsmith is going to have to fix it. But most of the time, any malfunctions are ammo related, and to fix that, just pull the trigger again. So for somebody who's not going to take the time to do a lot of training, who's not going to familiarize themselves with semi-automatic issues and how to fix them, revolver's a great option. So something to think about.
One of the things I really like about it is the sleek, slim back of the frame, which does not print very much on my shirts. I wear a lot of solid colored shirts, lightweight shirts in Florida, and the roundness of this grip just really blends in with my shirt, and it doesn't print at all. So it doesn't catch on a lot of things either because it holds tight close to my body. There's nothing really up here. The sights are milled into the frame. There's nothing to catch on when I come out, like on my clothing or anything like that. And it's just a small little compact package. The trigger on it is really hard, but if you practice with it and you can actually stage it, it's actually very consistent. I can shoot very accurately with this little gun. Recoil on it's not terrible, and you know, I've trained with it and I can hit what I need to hit inside of typical, you know, fighting distances in a self-defense situation. To me, the biggest thing in concealed carry is simply having a gun on you for when you need it. I mean, you could have a 22 revolver that could have 8 or 9 shots of 22, and that would be exponentially better than not having anything. And I know, caliber debate, you're gonna get on the keyboard, oh, you need a 45, you need a 500, you need a 40, you need a 357. You just need a gun, basically. The person who's doing something that makes you pull a firearm and point it at them is not going to stop and go, wait a minute, how big is that barrel? That board looks a little small. Are you carrying a 22? That type of thing doesn't happen. You pull a gun out and you point it at somebody, they're going to stop what they're doing and try to leave. If they don't, pull the trigger. And if they keep doing it after that, pull the trigger again. I don't get hung up in, you know, is 38 special enough? Is 5 shots enough? It's on me. I can hit what I aim at because I've trained with it. I feel comfortable with it, and it doesn't impact my daily life at all. I put it on just like I put my wallet and my keys on. I go about my life, and I come home, I put it in the safe, and next day repeat. It just works. And I've thought about changing it. I've thought about moving to a Glock 43, have a little bit slimmer package, maybe a couple extra rounds, but it just works perfectly, and I can't ever get myself to change it. I play golf in it, I go bowling in it, I go hiking in it, I play disc golf quite a bit in it. It doesn't affect my mobility, it doesn't affect, and no one that I do this with is ever like, wow, you're carrying a gun while you're doing that, because, and I'm in that shorts and athletic t-shirt, you know, nothing crazy, but I don't flaunt it. I don't want people to know that I'm doing it. And so for me, it's perfect. Would a Glock 43 be better? Maybe. Would a Glock 19 give me more ammunition and a better combat style firearm? Probably. But it would be bigger and bulkier and harder to conceal. Now, I have a 19, and in the wintertime with a large jacket, I carry it outside the waistband in a paddle holster where I'm going to have an overly large shirt and I have no problem concealing it, and I have no problem carrying it in there. And I do feel a little bit better knowing that I've got 15 rounds of 9mm in a Glock. However, in Florida, most of the time, I don't need a big, bulky, heavy jacket, and this works a lot better for my everyday life. Is this the right gun for everybody? Absolutely not. And I would never tell you that because I carry this, that's what you should do, because I don't know your situation. I don't know your lifestyle. I don't know how active you are. I don't know what your training is. I don't know the things that you know, or what guns you're comfortable with, or what your experience is. And all of those things factor in to my decision to carry this revolver. Maybe you don't have any experience, and maybe you're just starting out, or maybe you have lots of experience and you would never ever carry this for a lot of other reasons, and that's fine. I'm just telling you why I carry it and why I probably will continue to carry it for the foreseeable future. If this was helpful at all in any way, let me know down below. If you think that this is dumb and that no one should ever carry a revolver, probably keep your comments to yourself, because no one cares. But if you have something productive, or you want to spur discussion, let me know down in the comments. Like, subscribe to my channel. I just appreciate you being here. If you stayed this long, thank you. And till next time, be safe. God bless.